Swift.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take it. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Gone. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
36 yards on the punt with no return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action. It's Goff. Forced out to his left. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Being chased out left.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences. And that's
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will take it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3-and-out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Williams brings it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. Goff. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 36, Goff. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. High throw, but the catch is made. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter.
easily see how many players you need to cut this week. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Today. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Bears take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's a handoff to Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some,
as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Flushed out right.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now this throw caught left side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back to throw. Willis. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. In the final second. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Willis. He's got it to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Willis escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Willis eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Back to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Oh, strap, the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6. Yeah. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Willis. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 43-yard punt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the option to give to Swift here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Vikings will take over here first. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And this is caught by Williams. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up, so the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place.
And how about this, a fake? And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. 4 forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
A final shot before break. Willis eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Willis. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Off play action. Willis. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Willis. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. So that one will be accepted. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on 1st down. Willis buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake. Willis. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Willis. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off play action. Willis. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Swift. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.